Hey guys, this is the free video. Wow, what a crazy day. But first, we're just going to talk about a couple of the after hours stuff right now. So LinkedIn closed at 123. After hours up a little bit. This LinkedIn may actually come back. I mean, it wasn't not really fantastic. But offsetting that was Amazon. Amazon, incredible here. Now, just so you guys know, once a stock goes through the 2 standard deviation move, it typically keeps on going. So I did buy some shares after hours. I plan to hold those overnight. We are, at this point, like $15 from new all-time highs. So I think Amazon's on that track. And then we had Expedia, which is actually doing pretty well. That may be 2 times as well. Priceline, of course, cruising after hours, big move after hours. And then Baidu came in, decent, not great, but essentially everything's up. And if we look at the NASDAQ here, you can see after kind of just this brutal slide into the close, a nice little pop, right? So where does that leave us? And well, just looking at a couple of our other earnings plays, we did have a pretty decent aggressive bullish position on Facebook. That turned out pretty well today. These are ones that we did in the trading room. And a lot of it was selling some puts, but also buying some of the stock as well. Just everything kind of lined up there. And then from there, we have just a couple of options on crude oil. This is something that we'd scaled out of. And just, we sold a $44 put on crude oil futures, bought a $46 call, and want to see if this can kind of continue. All right, so we're going to look at the NASDAQ here in a second. But if we look at Amazon here, so 682, which is where it's trading right now after hours, or 680, we are almost at new all-time highs. So when you get that close, it kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You can buy stock here after hours, or what you do in the morning is if we open up below all-time highs, you just start selling at the money put spreads right at the open. And then what's going to be fascinating here with the NASDAQ is that the NASDAQ actually has a pretty decent official technical break. To me, tomorrow, what's going to be interesting, now, of course, tonight we don't have Bank of Japan. I'll talk about that more in the premium video, but if we get back up through 44.16, it could change the momentum of the squeeze. Technically, right now, we are set up for a down move, but overnight now, I mean, we had Facebook today, and we got Amazon, Baidu, LinkedIn, everybody's up, but you can see, well, essentially we need to work through that trend line if we're going to get any room here. So tomorrow is going to be a very fascinating day for the NASDAQ futures, and then the S&P's also breaking a little bit here too, and it'll be interesting to see where those end up tomorrow. Okay, so at this point I am expecting a gap up. The question is can it last, right? Can that gap up last? All right, so a big part of this again continues to be levels. So one of the things that came up today is REGN. We are at final decision support. Where does this support level come from? It comes from Carolyn's work. These are hidden support levels that tell us essentially where high probability liquidity-based opportunities are to get in and out of stocks. The first thing that I'm going to do when I get off this video tonight is I'm going to log in and I'm going to check Carolyn's work on Tesla. Okay, her work is updated for a short-term setup ahead of earnings next week. I want to know exactly where those levels are. So this is the kind of stuff that Carolyn is going to cover in her class on Saturday. I'm not going to go through all the bullets. If you guys want to read the bullets, you are more than welcome to. It is a must tool. It is reasonable. This is something where if you're trading one lots, you can recover it on one trading idea from her work. Don't miss out. That'll be Saturday from 1 to 5 East Coast time, just $197. If you can't make it, you can still get in now for that early bird price, lock it in, and get the recording and view it at your convenience. Have a good night, and we'll see you at the next update.